Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good evening. I'm Karen Drew in for Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillion. We begin tonight at 11 with breaking news from Northern California. Officials say 7 people there are dead, several others wounded following 2 different shootings in Half Moon Bay. Officials say the first shooting happened at a mushroom farm. The other shooting happened at a trucking company nearby. Now, a 67-year-old man has turned himself into authorities, but there is no word yet on what the motive may have been. Of course, we've been following the shooting in Southern California. Tonight, a mass shooting in Northern California. We will continue to update the story. Our other top story here tonight at 11 is the weather, as snow is set to make another bigger appearance this week.
Get ready, everybody. A winter storm watch is in effect for some areas. Let's get over to forewarned meteorologist Brandon Rue with a look at that very important timetable. Brandon.
Good evening, guys. It is not tonight. It is not Tuesday. It's actually Wednesday from the Weather Service, starting in the morning for Wayne, Monroe, Lenawee counties through the evening hours, expiring Wednesday at 10 p.m. Just so you know. We are certainly anticipating what could be or should be the biggest storm thus far of the season, even back before those pre-Christmas 2 to 3 inch days of snow. We've got a bigger one coming, but for the rest of the evening, we've got this breeze, wind chills in the teens, maybe a couple of flakes and flurries. We do have a little snow coming out of Traverse City and Grand Rapids, but fading or evaporating as it approaches, I think, far west into Livingston, Genesee, Lapeer counties. Maybe you get a dusting overnight. 27 degrees will feel like the teens first thing Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon, we're up to 36 degrees. Coming up here at 11 o'clock, we are still going to look at the latest of the snow totals that are coming in. There's another storm, a Clipper system, Friday night, tracking that as well. In the meantime, if you're heading out, you don't have time, you just want to know everything right now, we've got you covered. It's the Forewarned Weather app. It's absolutely free. Just search WDIV. You'll find it right there.
All right, Brandon. State of Michigan is going to be paying out $20 million to about 40,000 Michiganders victimized by the state's unemployment insurance agency after they were wrongly accused of unemployment fraud.
This is affecting so many. Let's bring in Mara McDonald. She's live in the News Center area tonight outside of the state building. Mara.
Hi, Karen. In a word, this is a total boondoggle. All these people, thousands of them, wrongly accused because of a glitch in the computer system. Let me show you. When you think of disasters at Michigan's unemployment insurance agency, it really can be split into 2. The most recent, billions of dollars in fraudulent payments paid out during COVID to thieves gaming the system. But that is not what this settlement is about. Before UIA's COVID catastrophe, the agency was busted in 2015 for doing the opposite, wrongly accusing an estimated 40,000 Michiganders of fraud. Today's announcement from AG Dana Nessel is dealing with this issue. $20 million in a settlement after a class action lawsuit was filed against the state for essentially making the lives of those wrongly accused hell, garnishing checks, income tax refunds, and other assets. Those who were entitled to the settlement cash had to have been accused between October 2013 and August of 2015. Back here live, very important. So the lawyers in the state think that they have pretty much identified all those affected. They should be getting letters in the mail after February 1st as a notice of settlement. Don't blow it off. If you get this in the mail, you've got to open it up and you've got to read it, because there are parameters that have to be met here and there's paperwork that has to be filled out to make sure you qualify for the cash. We're live in the News Center tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
20 million handed out. We're talking about a lot of money there. All right. Thank you, Mara.
The Detroit Public Library System allegedly had thousands of dollars stolen from them through a wire fraud scam. It's alleged that one person used a Detroit Public Library email address requesting to transfer the money. Pamela Osborne live tonight with how that happened. Pam.
Devin, this was a pretty elaborate scheme. More than $280,000 of that money have been recovered, but more than $400,000 of taxpayer money is gone.
The Detroit Public Library became the victim of fraud in 2021. Now we're learning more about how it happened. According to the city's chief financial officer, it started with a wire transfer request from someone using the email address of a Detroit Public Library employee. This isn't uncommon. In fact, it's pretty routine. Sources say the library, which manages its own finances, sends over wire transfer requests when a bill needs to be paid. Those payments come from an account where DPL millage money on property tax bills goes until it's needed. The requests weren't legit. It was a scam. The funds were transferred to an account not controlled by DPL. More than $685,000 gone before anyone even realized it.
The city saying in a statement tonight, it as well as the library are victims here. Now, we do know that law enforcement has been involved in this, but no further details have been made available about that investigation. I should also note that I did reach out to the Detroit Library Commission tonight. We are still waiting to hear back. Reporting live in Detroit, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Wild story. All right, Pam.
Now to Iowa tonight, where an 18-year-old faces murder charges in a deadly shooting inside a school for at-risk youth. Police were called to Starts Right Here Alternative School in Des Moines after multiple 911 calls. Officers arrived to find 3 people suffering from gunshot wounds. An 18-year-old man and a 16-year-old boy died. A 49-year-old man is in serious condition tonight. Preston Walls is charged with 2 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder.
Here at home, a tragic turn of events in Clinton Township after police find a 5-year-old dead. Officers say the boy left his home near 15 Mile and Harper. Police began searching for the child near an apartment complex this morning. They found the boy, brought him to the hospital, but that is where he was pronounced dead. They are still investigating the circumstances. They've not yet said how he died, but if you know anything, saw anything, or know anything about this situation, police tell us they would like to hear from you.
Detroit police releasing more information tonight on a string of armed robberies at dollar stores. Police say 20 dollar stores in the city have been robbed at gunpoint since January 1st. Fernando Ford is under arrest and charged with one of the robberies. Another man is under arrest and under investigation right now. Officers are also working with dollar stores to make sure they have the proper security.
We're confident that the person that we're bringing charges on, which we've already have in custody, but we're waiting on the warrant to be signed, is good for multiple robberies.
Police say they are close to making more arrests.
Also today, Chief White giving credit to officers who pulled 3 people from a burning car over the weekend. Officers responded to a deadly car crash that happened Saturday on Woodhall on Detroit's east side. 1 person died in that crash. 6 others were hurt. That includes the officers. The driver, a man in his early 20s, died on the scene. Chief White recognizing officers for their actions at today's news conference.
The officers exhibited incredible bravery pulling those 3 victims out of that vehicle. And again, the 4th one unfortunately succumbed to his injuries.
The 3 passengers were treated at a hospital nearby. Meanwhile, 3 officers suffered minor injuries, also needing treatment.
The remaining men accused in taking part in the plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer are set to stand trial this summer. The 5 defendants are twin brothers, Michael and William Knoll, Sean Fix, Eric Molitor, and Brian Higgins. The men face providing material support for an act of terrorism charges. The judge asked attorneys to take a look at their schedules from May through August for possible trial dates. The judge advised that all hearings will be held via Zoom until a final conference. The trial will be in person. The FDA wants to change how it handles the COVID vaccine to make it more like a yearly flu shot.
Yeah, documents posted online today. The FDA says it expects to look at the strains circulating once a year. In June, it would select which strains to target in the fall, and then it would roll out the vaccine. Sound familiar? Very much like the flu approach. Moving forward, the agency says most people would only need 1 dose of the latest COVID shot to restore their protection.